On June 12, 2026, Genesis pulled the cover off the updated Magma GT Concept at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, marking the brand's first appearance at the world's most famous endurance race. The V8 under the bonnet and the racing debut drew the headlines, but the studio's most radical decision was hidden behind the door. A tall, wide center console runs the entire length of the cabin and physically separates the two front occupants into their own cells. This runs directly against a decade of interior design trends. Most studios have moved to open the cabin up, using flat floors and a single glass dashboard to create a lounge feeling. Genesis chose a list of deletions instead. They removed the shared open space, deleted the dominant touchscreen, and replaced the UI with a driver-centric architecture of analog instruments and a traditional gated gear lever. Genesis calls this a twin-cockpit layout. The studio is betting that the world will view this physical separation as an expression of craftsmanship, a gamble that hinges on whether the barrier feels like intimacy or isolation. Chief Creative Officer Luke Donkerwolk describes this as a vision of luxury and athleticism. It's an old-fashioned proposition. A great GT is about the relationship between driver and machine, where the passenger is a guest in a separate room. In industrial terms, this wall is not a trim choice or an option you tick. This spine is frozen at the same moment as the floor structure and seating box, making it a permanent architectural constraint of the vehicle. That choice forces three consequences. First, the shoulder envelope. A tall spine devours shared lateral room. Next, conversation geometry. A physical divider turns a shared journey into isolated booths. Finally, the control hierarchy. An asymmetrical reach map clusters every interaction point away from the passenger. Because these are packaging choices, a mistake cannot be fixed with a software patch. Correcting a wrong guess would require multi-million-dollar tooling overhauls. Coverage of the interior has been warm, with many reviewers praising the analog cluster as a refreshing rejection of the touchscreen era. But warmth in the first 48 hours is a trap. That praise is rendered on a show stand, based entirely on a flattering, static presentation. The durable verdict is rendered in different conditions, usually by the third hour of a shared drive at night, where drama quickly turns into imprisonment. The renders sell the wall as drama. Whether it is drama or a barrier is decided by states the render structurally cannot contain. Genesis has already walked this concept back once. An earlier Magma GT, shown in 2025, was reworked into this taller, harder divided cabin for the Le Mans debut. This is the loop most studios run blind. Ship a concept, read the room, reclay, and ship again. It is a high-risk cycle where a studio only really learns if their gamble was conviction or a mistake after the physical metal is cut. Relying on physical prototypes to gauge complex human reactions is an expensive and dangerously slow guessing game. Depix design intelligence exists to de-risk these types of conceptual wagers. The platform tests the divided cabin idea against the occupied in-motion states that actually decided success, before the seating buck is frozen. A parallel design team lets a chief designer see the twin-cockpit bet and open rivals as one trade. As console height shifts, data charts the exact moment intimacy becomes imprisonment, revealing the emotional read when changes are still cheap. The output provides the evidence. The call to build the wall becomes a calculated product decision rather than a guess. Modern industrial design relies on the intelligence to find the right answer before the clay dries.